All right, boys. Well, it's nice to meet you all. Alex.
Alex, nice to meet you.
Alex, yeah.
Have a great day, buddy.
Hey, you guys have a safe ride. All right. Have a good one. Well, good morning, everybody. I have just left the hotel. Stopped here at the Sunoco to get some road snacks and top off on fuel. So, we are doing day 4, which will be section 2. Met up with those guys again. They ended up doing the opposite of what I did. So they went up the east side of the BDR, and they said it was all nice and all gravel, while I went up the west side and it was all mud and shit. So they had the better plan. I should have done it the way I was supposed to have done it from the get-go, but hey, now I know what slick mud feels like under the wheels.
I make my way out of Lock Haven and head down the 120 like yesterday, trying to grab one last look at the river that's been my companion this entire adventure. The West Branch Susquehanna has been with me since episode 1. I've crossed it, rode alongside it, and yesterday even watched the waters that carve the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon flow right into it. Every creek, every stream, and every waterway I've crossed on this trip eventually finds its way into this river. Today I follow it one last time before turning off and heading deeper into the PA Wilds.
Alright, let today's adventure begin. Oh, wow, it's nice to stand a little bit. Very wide gravel road. Pennsylvania sure has given me a variety of terrain, that's for sure. Or different types of gravel and dirt. Everything from very coarse crowned gravel roads, single lane, to this kind of stuff. Well, if we have gravel like this all day, I wouldn't be upset. Oh. Man, it's really chilly today. It says 66 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea what that is in Celsius, but my hand's telling me it's kind of cold. So let's pop on a little bit of heated grips. You know, One thing I've noticed about Pennsylvania, there's no lakes. Where are the lakes? I haven't seen a decent body of water for a while. A lot of rivers, creeks and stuff, but no lakes, and at least in these parts. Can't believe how much gravel roads they have out here. It is literally endless. Wow, this is beautiful.
I've entered the Hammersley Wild Area.
I think it's the trees that makes this place so epic. Just the thin trees by the millions.
I've talked about how majestic these forests look throughout this trip, but I never talked about the trees themselves. If I'm not mistaken, these are eastern hemlocks, tall, straight, bare trunks that rise 20 to 30 feet before the first branch. No underbrush, no clutter. Just these dark columns and a canopy way overhead. The space between the trunks lets your eyes wander. The forest isn't a wall on both sides of the trail. You're surrounded but not boxed in.
Wow. This is what I mean, like, look at this openness. It's still a little damp and a little greasy, but not too bad. Well, within my comfort level. We're making a left here. Yep. Okay. I think anyway. Fast and flowy. This is great.
There's something to be said about riding in a valley between two mountains. The geography of this region of Pennsylvania, these long, parallel mountain ranges, gives you a valley that stretches for miles. The road follows a creek or a river, hugging the water, matching every curve. And the riding is just different down here. You find a rhythm. The speed picks up, the turns flow into each other, and you stop thinking about anything. It's just the feel now. The mountains on either side aren't obstacles anymore. They're guardrails, funneling you forward. After days of climbing ridges and grinding through mud, the valley is where this bike wants to be. And honestly, so do I.
Looks like the end of this bit. Oh. Shit. All right. That kind of sucks. Now what?
The road I'm supposed to take is closed. Maybe it has something to do with yesterday's rain, or possibly maintenance. Either way, I need to figure out another route.
How the hell do I get out of here now? The road's closed. Do I have to go back? So where am I? Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this line, but so I go this way, make a left, I take this route, and that brings me to here. That looks like it's a road that reconnects back here, and I can do that section. All right, well, don't a lot have choice. Man, that looks really good too. I mean, look at that. Damn, I'm really bummed out. Well, going into the unknown now. Oh, it's very cool through here, though. It's nice to ride beside something open. We've been enclosed in a tree tunnel for most of 4 days. It's kind of pretty. Vista. Oh.
Out here you come across things you can't explain. A makeshift cross on the side of a forest road with a paintbrush hanging from it. No plaque, no name, no story. Just someone making sure this spot isn't forgotten.
Wow. Looks like somebody went off the road here. Must have been a painter.
After a quick break, I'm off again. This alternate route has been a blessing in disguise. Great views and cool roads I never would have found otherwise.
There's sections that are still a little greasy. This is alright though. Yeah, some of the sections just haven't fully dried yet.
Slowly but surely, I'm finding my way back to the main road.
Alright, so looks like a left here. Should get me out.
Eventually I find the road that will reconnect me to the main trail. Turns out this stretch of pavement isn't too bad either.
Bailey Run Road. Alright, let's find somewhere to have some food. I am starving. There's power lines through here. Just noticed. Yeah, this little section is a little bit more developed. Everybody here has power. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Man, there's nowhere super picturesque to stop. I mean, this isn't ugly or anything, but I was looking for like a little river or something, you know? But this section is not part of the state park or anything like that. Basically a residential road. So now we're back into state forest land. Kind of an interesting section anyway. Kind of enjoying this this road. This kind of road reminds me of the roads back home, or the gravel roads back home anyway. Only got 100K left. What is this? A picnic table is a perfect spot for lunch and a view. Well, I'm all right with that. I have less than 100 kilometers to go on this adventure. I sit here thinking about those forests, the ones that were logged bare, left for dead, and then came back. The city does the same thing if you let it. The daily grind slowly strips you down until there's not much left. But out here, something comes back. You reconnect with nature, with yourself, with whatever you lost somewhere between obligations and deadlines. I'll go back to the city, back to the grind, and when the walls start closing in, I'll do this all over again. Four days, 4 sections. The PA Wilds BDR-X gave me everything I came for: open country roads and endless gravel. Pennsylvania has history, forests, and the kind of scenery that makes you pull over just to take it in. And then it threw a few challenges at me I wasn't expecting on top of that. For new riders, this is a great route to cut your teeth on. Most of it is forgiving, well-marked, and manageable. But don't let that fool you. There are a couple of rocky climbs that'll demand your attention, technical sections that will keep you honest, and as you saw, the weather can turn a good road into a completely different challenge overnight. Come prepared, and if you can, bring a friend. Section is super fun.
A big thanks goes to Jack O'Connor and the BDR team for putting this together. Jack scouted this route, built it from the ground up, and then handed it over to the entire ADV community. That's the kind of generosity that keeps this sport alive. The care they put into this route shows.
If this is how the BDR ends, I'll be a happy camper.
As for me, the city is waiting. The obligations, the deadlines, and the daily grind. It'll all be there waiting for me when I get back. But so will this. I'll see you out there on the next one.